I'm Detective Mitchell with the Span Police Department. All right, so what we have here is we have a search warrant right now to go in your room. We're looking for a laptop, an Apple laptop.
Well, the detectives were investigating a missing laptop. The incident began a few weeks ago when a young man and his friends searched for his stolen laptop. Since it was a MacBook Pro, the victim could easily track its location. The laptop appeared in an apartment in Victory Village when it was turned on. Unfortunately, it couldn't be found that day because it was turned off shortly afterward. Additionally, officers did not take action without a search warrant. Could the victim and his friend locate the laptop? Watch from the beginning to find out what happened that day.
He was still there, and then when I opened the locker, and then I went to open the bag, and the bag was feeling very light. And my laptop was in the bag.
Okay.
He's a student. Just basically explain to him everything that's going on. So my bag, I left my bag in the locker at Skagit on Friday. Then I went out to eat. And I came back, it was closed because I was out too long. So the next day I had to, my bag was still in the locker overnight. And then the next day I had to go out to Atlanta really early. So I woke up at 4, left around 6, and I came back at 10 p.m. So the gym was still closed, so I had to go today and then open the locker to get my bag. And then when I went to get my bag, opened the bag and my laptop wasn't there. So I checked on the Find My app to see where my laptop was. It said it was here. And I've never been here with my laptop. I don't live here. So that means that it was stolen, and I don't think it was reported or anything, because if it was gonna be reported to lost and found security, then I feel like it would be in the lost and found at Hive and not here. And my whole bag would be there and not just the laptop.
You're right. So you were able to get your bag back, but the
Yeah.
laptop was inside?
Yeah.
Do you have it up? Where's it pinging to?
This is right. This is right here. This is right here.
Show the screenshot. It's pinging to the side over here. It says it's 20 feet away. When we went over there, we couldn't hear it, but when she looked at the side, it looks like it was either on the second or third floor. So we couldn't tell. See your screenshots, but it's somewhere on this side.
This keeps looking like it's changing though, so I'm not sure. It's definitely somewhere on that side. So I think.
Yeah, and I have the ability to key into the rooms, and if need be, actually go into the physical bedrooms, not just the suite. But again, I would need more of a jurisdiction, like the ping, or like y'all's okay for me to I can key into rooms, I can explain to residents, but unless there's a roommate in there that we can inform them of, I don't want to necessarily go in and rummage in there.
So we need the police report down first before we can just walk in there, so we can go, door to door kind of thing. Or at least we're gonna let them ping it. We can stand by some doors and see if we can get an audible. If we can get an audible, then we can get her to come open the door. But it's just the first step, just getting the police report is written up first.
Gotcha. Do you have your ID on you, man?
Student ID or
Actual ID.
Yeah, and I'm
Can
gonna
you take it out for me?
student ID.
yeah.
Thank you.
So you stay here as well?
Stay here? No, I stay in the Hive. The laptop is here, so that's why I was confused, because I've never been here with my laptop, so I knew it was still.
Yeah, so he's living across town. He's not even on this side of the. He's historic district near River Street, really.
And
Y'all tried pinging it already to see if there's any
Well, we picked it over
sound?
here on the first floor. We haven't went to the other floors to pick it yet.
Yeah, so that'll be our next step once the police report's done. See if we can, like I said, if we can hear it in this side of the room, we can go inside there and get it.
Man. What's your address down here?
Down here?
Yeah.
221 West Boundary Street.
And what's a good phone number for you?
410.
Is it 419?
No, 410.
Yeah. Picture.
Alright, so can you run through that story for me again? You left your bag where Friday night?
I left my bag at Scat Fit, and then I went out to eat at Carnival, and then I came back, and the gym was closed, so I couldn't go get my bag from the locker. And then the next day, I had to leave early, so I woke up at 4 a.m. and I left. So I landed at 6 a.m. And then I came back at 10 p.m. And because I came back at 10 p.m., the gym was closed, so I couldn't go get my locker. So today, I woke up, and then I went to the gym around 3 o'clock, opened the locker, saw my bag, and then I opened my bag, and my laptop wasn't in the bag.
Okay.
And then I looked at my Find My app, and then it said it was at Victory. So I knew it was stolen because the bag wasn't at Victory, and just the laptop. And if it was reported to Lost and Found, then it would be at the Lost and Found at Hive, and not here at Victory. And I've never been here with my laptop, so it wouldn't ever say that it's here.
Gotcha. Did you have a lock on the locker?
But I thought I did, but apparently not because it was open.
Okay. Alright, man. I'll be right back with you. Okay, you know, record.
Yeah.
Change this to 42. $34 Delta 2. Can you change this call to a 42?
I can double check, but to my knowledge, no. It may not be as full fast, but I can always double check and see if there's an.
You want to fix it? Yeah.
The only reason I'm asking, I just want to check if we would be able to even hear the paint from outside the door.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what,
because
There's possibly a chance that we might not.
So this is going to be your case report number up top here. Okay, this is my own badge number.
especially if it's
Alright, get a copy of this report. You just follow the instructions on there. Sounds like this guy's going to get a hold of it and handle it from here. But yeah, if you get any new information, call back.
Depending on construction, like.
Yeah. If we put on
This
every
place is
floor.
paper thin.
Yeah, I'm like, if we put on every floor and try to ping it, see if we can hear it, then still check, we may not be able to hear it. Yeah.
I said, when those girls with karaoke, you do.
No, but rooms 112 through 117 on this area are only one single occupancy.
Okay.
So if that person specifically isn't there, there's not a whole lot we can do with that section.
Okay.
Wait, can you let me know where in the ping you guys looked in the app, like where exactly, like physically here?
we went all the way down to the corner.
To the corner, so, okay. That would be.
But this is where it's showing currently, right?
There's only one vacancy, but not for the entire suite, for just that one room.
Okay.
And then, yeah, it's also just seeing, like, if we're talking, yeah, and there's only one occupancy in room 130, but they're also saying that potentially it could be on the second floor. Yeah, there's some vacancies, but again, not for the entire room, just for, not for the entire suite, but for these rooms specifically, they have a vacancy.
Is there any chance we should go upstairs now? The report is for.
Yeah, we can go upstairs. We can try to see if there's.
Just to see if we can get that thing. It's a good shot.
Yeah, we can, how many floors is this building?
There are four.
Hit the floor and just try to see if we can hear it.
Yeah. I don't know if it's notable, but the only laundry rooms in this building are on the second and third. Yeah.
Okay.
Around that area as well.
Okay. So
Well,
that's
let's
a
do
place to
this.
check as well.
Let's try to ping it. Let's do a continuous ping. And we'll just try to hit every floor so we can hear it.
You guys lead the way.
Elevator this way, but yeah, put someone down here.
Can we try to stand on?
There is another staircase
Yeah,
on
we're
this
gonna try to
side,
get it
so we can also go upstairs through this side of the building.
Okay, so it's pinging this way, right?
Yes.
Try it.
And there is a stairwell on this side of the building as well.
Apartment 125 on 1836, 167.
I will say, if for some reason it's in a maintenance or a janitor's closet for some reason, I might have to call my supervisor to unlock that because I don't have the keys to unlock this.
Okay.
Yeah, so places like this where it's not in a residential room, I would need to actually call a supervisor.
So we're up in here.
33, that was apartment 125.
Can we start pinging? Yeah.
And a floor right here on
Also, that's in
D1.
range, like, within the room and outside.
Yeah.
There's a lot of time make the sound in there.
Yeah, sometimes.
It usually reserves a certain amount of battery for that.
It's busy.
So they're playing the sound.
Oh, it says will play when connected. We might not be in range. When you're in range, it'll start playing. Zero miles.
Yeah, and the stairwell's right here as well.
Is this a 20 feet? Yeah, we're in the area, I don't know where. It says 20 feet. You just turned the location off? It went away. When, or just came back on, okay. Off for a sec.
What's it say? Is it?
Farther?
This is on the. It says
Now it
it's
said
farther
it's
on the.
90 feet. What is the location on the street?
Oh, this keeps changing.
But yeah, we can try all floors. And I don't know if it's also saying it's around this area, because this is the area where like boat house.
This is the same place. Wait, no, it says it's in the street now.
Yeah, definitely out. Okay, let me go down that stairs.
Definitely said to the street.
No, is that street over here on Barnard?
Yeah, that's Barnard and.
What color is it?
Dark color.
Probably started playing at 7 more.
Yeah. No.
That's SCAT security. Could be anywhere at this point. That's interesting.
What?
I would think that's the button to tell you that it's not, but it's not the button. Yeah.
Why did it vibrate like that? Oh, what's supposed to? They said that the location moved back into the building. So.
Okay. Oh yeah. Alrighty. Get ready to cuff.
Shit.
That's over $500. That's why I had this thing around. I was like, when they calling out for that fight, I'm like, I would go, but this is definitely felony. Some MacBook Pro. You have a phone number for them?
Yeah.
The wireless customer you
That's you.
The wireless customer you are calling is not available. Please try to.
I gotta assume.
Yeah. Obviously.
What's my slate property?
What's that?
What percent?
Yeah. Oh no, he said he couldn't remember. He put a lock on it. Hold on. I'm deleting my MacBook Pro and never got a lock. Yeah. Is there a fourth one?
There was.
So when we're getting here to this floor, it's really saying that
It
it's
says got an alert.
that on.
It said it got an alert.
Oh, it's on.
Oh, wait, no, that's from my.
When we got up here, it was showing it was pinpoint on it, like our actual pinpoint was right on it. Somewhere up in this.
Yeah, it doesn't say anymore. Like it shows a blue base or.
Another thing to consider while you guys were gone is we're trying to look at all the male dormitories because there is a male locker room. So hopefully that can tone down a little bit of the.
So in this area,
She said this room was mixed, and then she said 405 was males.
405 was male, but these two are females, and there's only one resident in this room.
I still paying it.
So then I
But
think
yeah,
she said
403, 403, and then 404 is the one that's mixed. And 405 is male for this floor,
okay,
and then 304 is male.
okay, and that's directly below this. Okay. So anywhere we can just knock and find out if they're
It's still making a sound.
And 301.
Well, it's dead, so even if.
So it either be 304 or 301,
Okay.
or 404 here and 405 is this floor. But I can knock.
Yeah. Knock and find out if
That's a me quick.
Residence Life and Housing. Hi, so we're having a missing items case. Is it alright if we can actually, like, ping the phone and try to see if it makes a noise and see if for some reason it may have been a misplaced item or a different item was brought home?
Sure. Missing phone?
Yeah, missing technology.
Okay.
I don't know how much I can say, but
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh, you going press it?
Does it say it's making a sound?
I don't even think it's gonna play because they turned the computer completely off. So,
Oh, whoever has it.
so they definitely know it because
Okay.
they turned it completely
It's either they turn it off
or it died.
But they can't
Because
make a
when
sound
you're
because it's
on,
open at home.
when you're on by my iPhone, it shows that like when it's alive or if it's on, it shows like the screen is on.
Okay.
When they turn it off or it's dead, it shows black screen, but it still shows you the location where it's at.
Okay.
They said 4
No,
or 5.
sir. 405 for this floor.
And they didn't find anything or? Okay. There's a good chance that you're hearing that they couldn't put it up.
So if it's dead and y'all see a laptop that looks exactly like his description, what can we do then?
At that point, before we can go and actually take a piece of property like that, we would actually need search warrants from you guys before we can go and actually like.
Unless they get consent.
Yeah.
Just give it up.
Can we ask if they go to the gym?
Yes, yes, you can totally access it.
Residence Life and Housing.
What did you say was on the laptop?
When you open it, you'll see my name, like a picture of me, my name.
I'm the outside.
Hi, we have a situation where there's a missing item and we're just trying to track it down and it's saying it's around this area.
No, white
It's a
marker.
technological
top
item.
bar.
Are we able to go
So it's like
inside
a
and
little bit
see
of
if it
white.
actually plays a noise or if it might be like a switched item by accident?
All right here.
Kind of scary, but yeah, okay.
And we're just trying to figure out. Yeah, pretty
You
much.
ready?
And we have to keep everybody. All right.
We have a tennis player, but I don't think. Where's Jim? That's definitely, they're not here,
So you're the only one who's here?
no, there's one more in the bathroom.
Oh, in the shower?
Yeah, in the shower, he was here all day, I'm here all day.
Okay.
This your room? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it's that big. So it's like one of those rooms.
Okay, so we're right on top of it
Yeah,
over
we're right
there.
on top of it over there.
Okay. Good chance it probably could be on the third floor.
Yeah.
Not in the open room that we were able to see. A lot of those residents are missing.
According to the distance, we were closer down that way, so it
Okay.
might be down on the third floor.
Okay, then let's try the third floor. I also don't know the probability, not that it's staff security, if they're able to pull security footage from the gym itself. Residence life and housing. Hi, so we have a situation of a missing item, and it's saying in the tracking location services it might be here. Is it all right if we can take a look at it?
Are you, in your room?
That one's here, the other one's not. I'm not sure about this one. This is my. Do you guys want to just read open? Oh, no, you're fine.
Saying I'm on it again.
Yeah.
Saying that we're right on it? Yeah. Okay.
We might be somewhere.
Right in this area.
Could be through this door, or should we just have another guy?
Yeah, there was another one somewhere. I think that's in here. So, either one of these could be it.
Once we find it, what's the next step after that?
Well, it all depends on. So, right now, it seems like you left it in a locker. You did not put a lock on it, right? Okay. So you left it in a locker. It was found by someone. That's kind of where we're going at. They didn't take it off your person or take it maliciously. So that's where
That's how
the
look, that's
issue
what
is.
it was.
Yeah. Now, is it morally wrong to take something that doesn't belong to you? Yes.
Yes, thanks.
Yes, thank you for your cooperation. Yes, that's okay. No, you're good. So we didn't find a laptop, but the actual lock screen had the name of the resident. And so like, unless they can somehow hack into it and like change it. But they were complying with saying that like they weren't.
Did it have a black case?
No.
No, I didn't have like a black case or with white decals or anything.
As soon as I clicked, it came up with his name, and I asked him what his name was and everything. So, what was the next nearest one?
I think it was this one, right?
It was 304. Yes.
That's this one right here.
Residence life and housing. residents' life and housing. Oh, I heard a door unlock. Hello. Hi. We just have a case of a missing item, and so it's being tracked like service location, and it's saying that it's around this area. Are we able to look into it and see if we can find that item?
Yeah. Is everybody that lives at home? Is everyone here?
Does it say you're still on that? Does it say you're still on that?
It's definitely here, here, or here. 'Cause those were the only 3 rooms that were guys, and then they, I don't know if they're lying or what. It's
Oh,
definitely
they're
somewhere.
able to hide it pretty well.
Yeah, or they're able to hide it pretty good. It might be in a book bag, anything, because
At this point, it's turned off, so it's not making a sound.
yeah, so it's not like you can unless we. So if it turns back on and he's liable to track it, we have to call you guys back out here.
Yes.
Okay, because then
No,
we'll be
we
able to
can't.
actually ping it.
Like they were saying, we can't search it without a search warrant unless they give us consent. And we consent, they can stop at any time if they want to. So at this point, if they're not able to find it here, we'll write it up. Just wish people would just do the right thing.
Yep.
Yes. We got projects to submit.
Oh God, everything's on that,
Yeah.
that laptop. Yeah.
We go to SCAD, so we gotta do artwork,
Everything.
Photoshop, all that type
that's-
of stuff. So
Yeah.
thousands.
And it costs a lot.
Yeah.
None of
Oh,
that-
yeah.
none
And
of
no,
that is in the
just
cloud.
that. Those can be like
man.
$2,000.
Even grab it from the top.
33, Delta 1, 35, Signal 15, crossing east 41st Street, Mercer Southwest, office, no contact.
No, there's a guy with 2 laptops, but they're both MacBooks, and he seems like a PC user. So, I don't know.
Another guy had an iPad. He didn't have the network.
There was one person that wasn't there, so we couldn't check out that final room.
Okay.
And what about so everybody in each room were all there?
No, so we had the one that we just came from. There was one room that we weren't able to check, and I believe that there were 2 rooms that we weren't able to check for the one on top. So we don't have like 100% like all the rooms were checked because the residents weren't there. We did have one resident which we called, and he said like, yeah, you can go in, and that was the one that we like tried to see if the laptop was yours. One resident there, he did mention that he worked with a coworker and that his stuff from that same gym got stolen as well, like car keys and everything. But yeah, no follow up from that. So
The other resident here that you weren't able, could you call down and see if they would,
I could see him call.
Anywhere.
Press hard.
I guess it's just probably in the back.
yeah, it's probably in there.
Because that's the only way they would be able to get it out.
If it's that scat fit,
Scat
I don't
fit.
think anybody's gonna go into the locker room and leave with a
Question:
laptop.
is there anyone you can call? You said Jaime?
Yeah.
Is there anyone we can call and see if he would be okay with the security checking the room?
Okay.
That would be really red flag. You walk into a gym with no laptop and just walk out with a laptop.
No, I haven't seen the room yet.
I definitely think that they had it in their bag, and it's probably still there in the bag.
What's like Izzy?
What's going on?
My supervisor.
There.
Alright.
So you what's up now?
Keep telling him, why
Anyway, we'll do that 2D one.
What's in this general location? It says I'm right on every single time.
I mean, she's taking it by the guys' rooms. All the rooms that are right here, only 3 rooms that are guys' rooms.
Whatever the laptop
Wait,
you
so is there a dorm like right behind this one? Like you can go.
No, this is on the corner.
No, cause
You know the rooms go back far.
Yeah.
you got the room.
Rooms inside of yeah, this whole corner right here is this one room.
Yeah. No, it's on the 4th floor. It also says it's like wow. So we just noticing.
And this was some police.
I don't think it's on the 1st floor because if it was, then it
Because
wouldn't
remember
be
when it was on the first
tracking
floor,
us on the
it just
first.
kept making that big old circle, so that's how we know it's not all the way down there. It
It's on
wasn't
the-
even pinging on the second floor either.
Yeah, if it was on the 1st floor, then it wouldn't be able to track on the top floor, you know? It'd be too far.
You said what?
Huh?
Bro, I said it was his, bro. Oh, you said it's his.
Alright, bro.
Alright, great.
You're from Alabama. Remember that.
You were educated to Savannah. You wanna go this thing?
I just need one out.
I'm gonna trick you next thing.
We weren't able to connect with you, so we weren't able to get a confirmation to see if we can go into that one.
And the one with 2 MacBooks, did we check those out?
Yes. The one with the 2, not Mac, but the Google.
Yeah, it was actually.
Oh, those Chromes,
Yeah.
okay.
So that even then, like, it's not a MacBook, and you wouldn't be able to track it down.
Yeah.
But that's about all I can do for right now. I don't know if they can reach out to SCADSIT and Google security footage. I don't even know if there's security cams in the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not in the locker room, but they probably have one outside the locker
See
room.
who left for the computer bag or something like that. Who did the computer bag?
I can provide that along with the police report and everything. I can send that, I send up to the command and let them see if they can pull that video of right outside, like where the locker room area is during those times, because usually café is closed at that time anyway. So anyone coming in or out of the area should have been seen.
Even tomorrow morning, see if the location changes and they take it to class.
Yeah, definitely. And if it comes back online, you can get it again. Definitely get some security with you, and we'll be able to recover that.
Could I get a picture of y'all's IDs? Well, thank y'all for. It seems like you got a good crew of friends. I don't know if y'all came from somewhere or it looks like you guys were going out. Y'all have bomb outfits right now. But yeah, thank y'all for dedicating the time to help this man.
Everybody just really appreciate you.
Look at all our
Just get your apartment stay for a month.
Are y'all freshmen? Yes. Alright.
Well, we about to be something.
Am I missing anyone and I don't want to leave by any chance? Got the whole crew here?
I was using this Felony.
It was in the person's bag. Because we're thinking, because if you walk in with no laptop, you come out with a laptop, that looks like suspicious. So what if it's in one of their bags? What can we do?
I would say my next steps, and security might have something else to say, and the police might have something else to say. Reach out to the gym, see like one that lost and found. If not, then try to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to command once I leave from here. I'll provide them with the police report and what's going on, and see if they can pull video. I have his ID, so they'll be able to reach out to him. So if they're able to find anything, they'll let us know. They'll let him know, and we'll try to recover that laptop. But definitely tomorrow morning, ping it again if you can get an audible, wherever it is. Definitely, they probably just turn it off for the night. Probably try to charge it up so they can try to use it tomorrow or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's password protected and everything, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so it won't be able to do anything with it.
Even your case is customized. Like my bag.
In terms of my report, I actually have access to like who's in what room, and I can identify who I did see tonight and who I didn't see. So anything in that report, we can start to kind of hone in down based on the rooms that we did go into, who wasn't there, or whose rooms we didn't check to see if it would be closer to finding the item. Otherwise than that, it's a little bit out of my jurisdiction in terms of like, I don't know anything else.
Yeah, just gonna put everything in the report that you told me, type it up for you guys. If you find out anything new, give us a call back.
Thank you for checking it. If that thing says that it looks like your phone, then we can actually. What time the class now?
Alright, Jeff, you guys.
As the search for that day was unsuccessful, a few days later a detective began the investigation and went to the same location to find an individual. Keep watching and explore more.
How are you?
The guy you hate talking to literally just left like 2 minutes ago. He had to run down to Climber.
Okay.
We have a staff member that's acting up.
Okay.
He should be back not too, if you want to leave me your cell phone number, I can call you if that works for you. I'm sorry, he had to run off.
That's fine. Let's see, I think I got cards with me. The last business cards they gave me had the wrong number on it. Let me see if I still have the good ones or the old ones. I'll just write it on the back.
And that way you and him can talk. He's got a listing, I think they pulled all the back swipes, so I don't know how detailed you want to get in your case file. But he can explain them.
Enough to where we can.
Did you get any chance talking to Kai?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I called him.
Was he helpful?
Yes.
Okay.
And when he looked at it, he said the last time that he was able to look at the location, it's still at
there?
1 West Victory.
Okay.
So I think really I just want to make sure I can get the card swipe for the student, and then the building, or how basically
his room assignment.
Yeah, how we get from A to B, and then just make sure that there were no other card swipes from 1 West Victory that day.
Yeah, there might be, because it's a large building. Some of those, there's 3 buildings in there, and they run from anywhere from 200 to 400 students, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
But again, it's spread over different
And
buildings.
then students are not supposed to like, hey, borrow your card to go to the gym or nothing like that.
They're not supposed to. There's a policy against it.
Okay.
Now, I don't think that. I think the bigger issue is they'll use cards to like get into buildings.
Okay.
We call it piggybacking. So if we're in a group of 3, I might scan my card to open the door, and then 2 other people are going to follow me, but they don't scan their card, so that it doesn't leave it. My understanding is down there at the gym, you can get into the gym like that, but then you have to go up to the counter and you have to scan. They have staff that work to make sure you scan.
And then with the student at 1 West Victory, or I'd say both locations, there are cameras.
So there are cameras all over the place. I don't know if there's cameras that will catch that student or not. We can ask David or ask
Because
him.
the other thing I was thinking, so he said that his bag was still there. So if someone left with it, it's either in their own bag or they're going to be carrying it out. So I can get any footage of them leaving the gym with them.
I'll mention that to David to see, because they'll have this estimated time when he scanned in, and then they'll just have to try to look at the big. I can't remember which gym. It was Scat Fit. Is that the one on Barnard, or is that one down the Hive? Okay. Yeah, I mean there are cameras, I think, at the entrance points, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
But we can look at that.
Okay. Yeah, just have him give me a call whenever he gets back, and then I'll speak with him.
Okay.
I got to get ready for arraignments this afternoon, but I'll start typing on the search warrant as soon as I get some of that information, and then I'll basically, as long as
Everything.
when I'm getting ready to go do it, I'll call Kai
Yeah,
first.
the
and
big
make sure it's still there.
The big thing is I just want to try to organize our search requirements. We have to get Res Life involved, so let's just coordinate on when you want to execute it.
Okay.
And then the other thing we can do is we can try to look at the student schedule to make sure that he doesn't have class, which increases the likelihood of him being present. And it'll give you an opportunity to question him
Okay.
before you search.
What I'd probably be looking at, if I get everything typed up and ready to roll, Wednesday morning, Judge Williams signs warrants.
Okay. So you do it sometime Wednesday?
Probably like right around noonish.
Okay.
So even if you didn't have class, if there was like a lunch break or something, and then if not, I mean, just give them a call and be like, hey, come on over. And then
And if you do me a favor and have 2 copies of the warrant, one copy for the student and then one copy for us.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
That
make
way
an additional
we
copy.
can
Not a
execute.
problem.
And I've already alerted my boss, so we can make sure that when you get a copy of the warrant, I gotta kick it over to the university
Okay.
lawyer.
Not a problem. Is there any, speaking of that, is there any verbiage that SCAD might want me to add to my warrant?
So what you're gonna want to make sure is describing the room. I mean the room number.
Is there more than one person in each room?
So that one I don't know. So usually how it works is there's usually a suite, and each suite will have anywhere from 2 to 4 rooms in it.
Okay.
Sometimes rooms are shared, sometimes rooms are not shared. That one on Victory, I believe, last time we did a search, there were 3. There was a suite, and then there were 3 rooms inside the suite. I believe 3 or 4 rooms. But
they'll be designated like A, B, C.
Yeah, okay. They'll be labeled.
Yeah, I think I've done one at the Hive, and it was like a common area, and then it was 1, 2, 3
It always
rooms.
each place is a little bit different.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Whenever he gets a chance, just have him shoot me a call, and then big thing will be the footage. If we can get footage to you, that'll be good. And then, when I'm ready to go with a search warrant, probably what I'll do is first thing Wednesday morning, because it'll be typed up tomorrow and ready to go. But first thing Wednesday morning, I'll call Kai and just be like, hey,
verify
can you
this
check to
hasn't
see if
changed.
it's still
That's a good
there?
idea.
It is entered in GCIC as stolen. I was able to get the serial number from Kai, so if he tries to take it to
Another pawn shop.
yeah, pawn shop or to the Kroger, like the Eco ATMs, it's automatically going to pop up. So.
I have a feeling they're hanging, but for them to hang on to it as long as they have, I think they want it for themselves.
That's what I mean, probably, or they're trying to wait to see if anybody contacts them and see if. I found it.
You get any questions from a detective, Carmen? She's thinking about becoming a police. She's toying with the idea. I'm trying to talk her into it.
It's fun. I mean, you're gonna be busy.
Especially at Savannah.
Every day is different. So I mean, if you come on over to us, whether you're on patrol, detectives, I mean, nothing's the same twice. I mean, it might be the same kind of crime or the same kind of investigation, but the people are going to change, the location's going to change, so it's always different. So it's something new every day. Even if you start and end at the same point, what you do from point A to point B during your day is going to change. So there's really no monotony. So that's kind of what I like, is that you're always doing something new.
The other thing I liked about being a detective is you work around the whole city.
Yes.
I started when Central Precinct used to be tiny when I started, but when you go to detective office, you can literally go anywhere. So you get to learn the whole city.
Yeah, especially like with property crimes now, like we're responsible for the whole city. When I started, we had precinct detectives, so you just worked on your own precinct. But now, like I'm working a couple cases from the south side of Savannah, a couple from the east side, a couple from this northwest precinct, and a couple from central as well. So, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff if you want to get it. But I mean, even if you want to do detective work, we have the counter narcotics side, we have SIU, and they're out looking for drugs and stuff on the street. We have mounted patrol. If you ever wanted to ride horses for the police department, that's something that they got. Traffic, if you like working accidents and accident investigation and traffic enforcement, we have the traffic unit. Aviation, we've got the helicopter, so there's an officer that usually rides with them and flies around in it. Canine, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come here to this Finalizing Police Department versus another police department, was all the opportunities. Basically, once you've worked here for 2 years, that opens you up to start applying for some of those other, detective, mounted patrol, all those other fun stuff. And then, if you wanted to, we've got a SWAT team. It's part-time SWAT, but anything you make it through the tryouts and you end up with them. So it's just about anything you could want to do at any other police department, we've got it here. So that's one of the reasons why I think this is at least a good place to start. Then, if you want smaller hometown feel later, you can go to another one, but
Experience here.
yes, definitely. If you started out here and you did your time on the street here for a few years, then you wanted to go somewhere else, like a small department, you're gonna have already a leg up on the competition, because the stuff that you see in a week here, they might not see in a year. You're gonna go from call to call to call, and you might go from an in-ring auto investigation to a domestic, to a shooting, to an auto theft. You're going to do all this stuff in one day, and then at another police department, you might do all that throughout the course of a week.
Yeah.
And the rest of it's just downtime, riding around looking for traffic and other things. So the experience you get here definitely puts you over your peers if you ever go to another police department. If it's something you want to do, that's a good plug. You can have you talk to all the right people. Probably I would ask them too about a ride along. You can do a ride along with one of the patrol officers. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they still have that program. You just have to, I think what you have to do is you have to do the Citizens Police Academy, which is not long, but then once you've gone through it, then you can ride along with an officer. I think that's the last time they had it. But if not, you can always stop by a precinct and talk with the sergeant, lieutenant, the captain, and just kind of feel how you think about it. Then the other thing that I like about our police department and the city that maybe also come here is, if you look at other departments, sometimes people leave I wanted to get a patrol car right off the rip, or I wanted this, or I wanted this. Well, they might not have as good of health care, or family health care, or a lot of the departments around us don't have a light duty program. So here, if you get hurt, you can be on light duty, and you can go, you can still work from an office while you're getting better. And then you can go back to the street. Other ones, you're at home, you're taking your sick time, and once that's up, you're just not getting paid anymore. So it's kind of, the city of Spin does a really good job taking care of its officers as far as, employees in general, with a lot of the programs we've got, the health care we get, retirement plans we have, they're always pushing to get better. So it's definitely something I would talk to the recruiting about if you got any other questions. Sergeant James Little is over there. I speak to him. Did you have any questions about?
Yeah, I was just kind of I need to talk to a recruiter, but also my driving record is not the best. So for that to put it up, I think it's 2 years. I had a suspended license.
Well, once that gets taken care of, it shouldn't be a problem. As long as you haven't, the big ones are DUI and.
It was a speeding ticket.
No, yeah, it's not probably that big of a deal. As long as it gets taken care of, as long as your license is good, and then no felonies. But they can walk you through all that. And they can even tell you. I had a friend that when I got out of the Marines, he got out about 2 years after me, And one of the things that like he had a DUI on his record. And so when I asked recruiting here, I was like, hey, and they put him in contact, and they basically told him like, he'd have to wait like 5 or 6 years, and then he could apply. But that was for DUI, so.
Good morning.
Right.
We done it better. So, all right. Thank you.
All right, so I'll be out. Yeah, whenever he gets a chance to shoot me a phone call.
Excellent. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You guys have a great day. Yeah, thank you.
During the investigation, it was found that the laptop had been tried to be turned on and accessed several times in the same area. At this point, a search warrant was released, and the detectives went to the targeted location for further investigation.
$13, $20, $23.
What?
Your cost?
Oh, yes. 34.
1321. The one myself, 1340, 1323, and 1334 out of West Victory Drive on a 67. Yeah, he just pulled in.
They had keys. I asked them if they had keys, but I guess you'll meet with someone already. I asked security did they have the keys, but they didn't.
Yeah, search warrant. We can get in. We need to pop a lock, I guess. I don't think they're gonna want. If they want Sergeant to get his breaching kit, I guess we could do that. It's up to them, really.
So it's a building, huh?
Yeah, it should be. So we're gonna go up to the second floor, and we're gonna go down here, and then it should be like the first or second door in from the end. The rooms that they've already searched, they already searched 404 and 304, which are directly on top. I guess just nobody was home. So,
We're just waiting for, I'm waiting for my ops manager, David Neal, and then we have to have somebody from Res Life, because they're the ones who actually did get us into the room.
okay.
So, we'll be ready to go here in a minute.
Y'all want to have a water fountain on this floor, is it? Yeah, water fountain. Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, if he's up there, if he's there, yeah. Just kind of ask him.
Not a putty green up there.
No, it's just probably that same material.
It's
Yeah.
easier to make.
Okay.
It probably lowers the pollen content too. Yeah, when we get as soon as we get it, see if I can if he's in there, I'll talk to him. If I'll just talk to him here. I mean, he's got no obligation to talk to him if he doesn't want to, and if he wants to make a statement, he can. But I'll talk to them in the hallway if you guys go in the room and find it.
gloves on you?
I don't.
Hey, you never know what you walk into.
Yeah, I got it in my car. You got enough?
This is what we'll leave a copy of him, and it's got the serial number right here. But basically, we'll just we'll put
Because we went from 6 down to
his
4.
description.
And once
What
our,
you giving him? I'm saying.
So they keep saying.
This is what he gets. So, this
You want me to
filled
fill it out for you?
Yeah, I mean, it should be all the way good. If you just want to fill that part out.
At least you
And
got job
then
security.
put us 4 here. And then before we leave it, you got your work phone with you?
I don't.
Well, then you got your
I'll just take a picture of it before we leave it.
And the university wants to add
And then
another
I'll make a
5,000
direct copy of it.
in the next 5 years.
So compared to Atlanta,
So Atlanta's much smaller. They've got about 3,000 students up there. Right now we have about 13,000 in Spain. And then we've got other cost campuses too. That's growing. Are you wait for that new? They're building an 18-story.
You guys' name are spelled the same, first name, right? First name is spelled the same.
So, in the top floor.
You in Washington?
Yes.
So you can have a party up
You
there.
just put it.
First thing is the view that you're gonna have. The people that don't like scat are gonna hate scat.
We'll have that on CAD.
You be driving up the bridge, I guarantee there's gonna be big scat letters on the top of that. When you go to Atlanta and drive up I-75, they have a building just like that.
Yeah, I
This
saw
building is a copy of that.
wow, because
All the same.
I was in Atlanta 3 weekends straight for my son graduated Sunday.
I'll hang on to it and show it to them. And then,
Today was something. So the commencement was something.
my copy's right here.
Max
And we'll-
before.
Is it the college?
So he's got any questions about it, I'll show it to him. And then, well, you guys are in there. So yeah, it's a 13.3 inch MacBook Pro. It should be silver, but it should be in a black case.
Yes,
There's some
sit here, you
white,
confer.
Should be
white
yes.
paper, yeah. And then,
Everything else.
I got the serial number, so.
I think that's faster than a wedding.
Yeah, depending on the wedding.
Those are mediums, Barnes.
I gotta judge my mediums.
Man, okay, we're
The
making
good thing is,
Just put one on each.
they'll stretch.
Yeah.
we're making it.
I think
So
the,
how many residents don't we have this block?
So you've got 3 different buildings. And they range from anywhere from 200 to 400 students.
Thank you.
10 years ago? Just what it
Well, and they're constantly looking to expand. So, like, there's there at the foot of the bridge, there's a big day lot that's going to be called the
The
Annex.
resident
The issue
life.
though right now is there's a
Oh, they're just coming,
residential
they can
building
open it
right
up.
there. They won't settle the scat. So I think they're trying to figure out what they're doing.
Got the CRN in the group chat for me? Yeah. Trying to do better about my videos. I'll have to do it when I get back to the car. I haven't brought my work cell in. And then when you guys are looking, if you guys want, we can just take a photo on here. It'll be easier.
You have your work.
No, nobody's got to send it to me. Or if you want to take it with your work phone, a picture of wherever you guys find it at.
Now write down the inventory. You want me to write down the inventory? You want to talk to the guy if he's in there?
Yeah, I mean, if he's there, I'll talk to
I'll
him.
write down the inventory. Just give him the copy and give me the folder.
Okay. I'll just let you hang on to it. And then just make sure, take a copy of this page. Wait, is the CRN on there?
Okay.
CRN on there? Yeah. It's okay. It's from the 9th of last month, 078. And then
That water fountain?
right down there, around the corner, sir. Actually, if he wants to talk, I got my notepad. Anyway, I can talk to him. And then, if you gotta write stuff down, just come grab my pen. I'm sure.
Okay, when I'm done writing everything. If he's in there, we're just going to say this 2 sheets off and give him this while I write on this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'll take a picture of it and then give him that.
Yeah, if he's got any.
You bring an extra one? Did you bring an extra sheet? One of these? No. Oh, okay. You're going to rewrite it.
Mm-hmm. Just everything that you write down, I'm going to make a direct copy of it and take a picture of.
We got a fashion show Friday night.
And that way, That way we've got it.
So that's like a travel team.
Something like that, yeah. Well, the thing is, they want me to get involved in the security of Atlanta and for cost. So I'm supposed to go to cost next.
But we should have,
For about 10 days.
That won't be cheap.
And then I really need to go to Atlanta
What do we
probably
grab?
4 times a year.
Once I talk to him, you guys are
Up there
good.
for February, I think, for TV Fest. I'll go for the fashion. Next year, the fashion show will be down here.
I'm not trying to keep you guys here longer than you can.
Yeah, but my
Both out
boss
of here.
handles Atlanta. He handles about 90% of what happens in Atlanta. He gets my handle Atlanta when he's on vacation. If he's
I
over
need-
cost.
I just need the laptop. I'm gonna take it to the property room after this.
But Atlanta's much, in some sense, it's easier because they have large buildings over there.
Where it's gonna sit.
So it's much, and they're all kind
It
of
is
close
evidence.
proximity, unlike Savannah where it's spread out. You know, like, we'll have a homeless house and whatever.
Yeah, that's part of it.
They don't let the door close.
I mean, we used card swipes. They were able to use card swipes to kind of narrow down. But then they had already gone into 2 rooms, and then basically the last remaining room is directly under the 2 rooms that they looked at. I mean, I think part of it here was that it wasn't narcotics. Not going in there.
We determined what it wasn't. First,
It hasn't moved since April.
She's like, because that's what she was asking me. No, that's not it.
Still showing.
I was at first when I was like, first you said 20 something, then I found out later. I'm like, no, I know we have sketch ones who stay there, but it's not obvious.
it's like 80-90%.
Bicycle thefts happening.
What somebody had a field day.
From Whole Street
Exactly.
East.
Ideally, it was mostly smashing, chain
Chances back in the area that he got stopped
but it was
yesterday. Maybe an hour before the first fight that ever come out.
we improved.
It's easy to remember. It's probably on. He's probably going
That's what she wanted. She basically said they didn't want to do anything to improve it.
You guys got almost a $5,000 bond.
That doesn't surprise me because here's the
If he
deal.
posted,
It's
he
not costing
posted
them
it.
money, right? It's not like people are
Well,
moving out.
but since he's been
and
given one,
canceling leases
after a certain amount of
because
time,
of the crime situation.
I mean, I don't know if the jail will do it, but after a certain amount of time, the jail can release. So we'll just have to, if he comes back out, he comes back out. That's not on us.
Not really, because what it's supposed to do is if I feel
It wasn't Adele, it was Judge Harmon.
different cameras in the area.
Harmon,
Try.
she's a female
So the
pro tem
way-
judge from Garden City.
This was a couple years ago. Reef came with big two.
Essentially, so he's banned from all Popeyes in Savannah.
They want you to pay for per camera
He's
integration.
banned
That's where they
from-
make their money. So for every, they're charged
banned
for every
him from-
camera that you integrate.
So
live
where
into
your,
Reef Cam.
where the other thefts happened at, the misdemeanors, she banned him from that whole street.
You could have a standalone Reef.
So like if it was, I think it was like West 38th Street, he's banned, or East 38th Street or whatever it was, he's banned from that whole street.
You can feed it into Reef Cam.
So-
And you can do the same thing, you just wouldn't do it
No.
live.
I got you.
No, this was for John Jackson.
We can track all the different cameras based off.
Yeah, your
What
two
would be the
misdemeanors,
charges they catch him right
So
there?
he went to a gas station.
It wasn't like
criminal trespass, essentially, because the violation of court order.
But see, Fuses has their own version, they call
But
it
it wasn't a
arbitrary.
specific
You can
address.
pay extra
So I
money.
mean, if he goes back to,
What they have is they have a
actually, if he goes back to
which
those
are
two
RPs,
streets,
the hardware
or he goes back
boxes.
to,
And what they do is, you can put it on.
A Popeyes.
So if you have a gas station. that
Basically,
has
if patrol's gotta document it,
cameras,
let the
and
DA's
as long
office
as they have
know,
high-speed internet,
and they'll
you can
violate
put
his bond.
the core or the box
And then
on
he
the
would
side,
have a contempt of court
and
warrant.
it will feed video.
That's how that works.
So- and you
Now,
have
if
direct
it's
access
a
to
person,
the
so like say,
which is really
you and I get into it,
because
and
first thing in investigation,
I get arrested,
okay, if we think
and
the
the judge
suspect
says no
is
contact with
we
you,
look at these
if I violate that
videos
court
first,
order and I come out of contact with you, it's ag stalking.
Okay, that's the charge I charged with the other lady. The
It's rough.
uranium.
Oh, no, because we have this,
The crazy thing,
we get
request words on me and
almost
you
daily
card.
to review video
Okay, yeah,
from student conduct.
yeah, so that would be ag stalking if they come back.
But it's for students.
Right.
So, but
But
like,
the,
okay, they get this complaint.
violation of bonded, I wouldn't, not be, if officer came in contact with
What
him,
information we have.
what charges,
What can we?
what would they charge him with?
Criminal trespass if it reaches it. I mean, if it doesn't reach it, then you can't charge them with anything at times. You have to, the DA's office has to go in, they have to file a petition to violate bond. Because if they don't have it,
So they were escape breaking into.
I actually had that argument several.
Yes.
When a guy
So
violated
units from the
violated
area.
bond by
The
not getting out
appliances
of county because he was banned, so he was naked, naked yoga metal south side.
So we were able to
Why didn't you
track
guys just arrest him and
We
take him to
tracked
jail
him all
for
the way
criminal
to South
trespass?
Carolina.
You can't because it's a
And
misdemeanor,
lost.
it's a warrant.
But it was
It's like, well, why didn't you charge him
We
with
also
violating
got a
his
guy
bond? So
that
this
was
is a felony
tracked
bond.
before our
Charge
road.
it because you guys had to file.
But it's new development. They're like,
So they, courts have to stop that.
and they're not really craving it.
So if I get another report in reference to him
They
being
have
in that location,
camera
they have
tree in
videos
the
and
front.
everything, I just need
But
to
what
contact
they did is,
the courts to see if.
camera tree is here, it took the route around and came back.
and you would probably need to take out a criminal trespass bond. Like if it's just, he's in that area, you can take out a criminal trespass
All
warrant,
those
because he's not supposed to be there. So you're charged with criminal trespass, and then you, like, or it would be written up as a criminal trespass report, and then you can reach out to the DA's office and basically say, hey, he was back where he was told not to be, they violate his bond, they take out a contempt of court warrant. You can take out criminal trespass if you want.
He's coming back.
Yeah, he will. I mean, he knows, and especially if that's the area where he's gonna be be at. So
You reached them on the phone. Yeah, absolutely.
no, but I mean, if you have the other charges on him, you'll be at the jail for a minute. So if you get other warrants, then
It's nice.
you can
Not really
charge.
resigning. It's just a
And
change.
you know where,
in
and you know where he
job,
is.
There's times I
They
miss
go
my
on
ass
that
here.
misdemeanor
Especially like during
criminal
film
trespass,
festival.
or do they give them a bond?
Move in.
They have to move them, right? See the judge.
Is it less
Well,
stressful?
if it's a misdemeanor, they're not gonna. You're not gonna get arraigned. You're not gonna get arraigned. Like if you charge them again, are you talking about?
Yeah, if I was to charge them again with I'll charge them with criminal trespass.
So much to do.
It'll be a misdemeanor case. Like so, that was one of the things. So they had them on the arraignment list for the other ones, but they were misdemeanors. And so the judge was like, "Oh, since I'm here, we'll just talk about it anyway." And so she didn't do anything with it other than she banned him from those streets.
Yeah,
that he
but
was
I'm
on.
saying if I was to charge him with criminal trespass and contact the
There's
court,
a lot of stuff that I can
I
delegate.
mean,
Like
would
if he
they
gets
hold
out,
him? Will they hold him until they put a motion for
Some things that I need.
for violating the bond conditions, or they're just going to release him?
they would need to get the contempt of court warrant.
After hours and on the weekends.
Okay.
So like if he gets
Occasionally
out
have to come in.
and he went back to East whatever street,
I mean, I got.
you charge him with criminal trespass. Even if you charged him, and you let the DA's office know, hey, he's violated bond,
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
it's a misdemeanor. The jail can let him out whenever.
And this.
If they don't let him out, then maybe they'll hold him. But if they do let him out, the DA's office still has to go get that.
I didn't have 30 years, I had 27 and a half years. But still, it's a nice check.
Right.
Well, I'm working on it. So where I'm at with it now,
So,
you're the drop.
Yeah, they had that down in Florida.
the thing is,
So
you
that's
did
what
everything
I'm
you could do at the time.
push. Now, where's
And a police officer that has contact with him there could technically send an email to
what the fire did?
the DA's office. It doesn't have to be us.
They enjoy.
So like if you get an email,
Everybody-
and they're like, hey, we saw him here, and he's not supposed to, and you're like, hey, he's not supposed to be there, then give that
I
officer,
don't know all the details.
like Sarah Moran's email,
Is it drop program
and
cost the city more money?
the guy, I forget what his name is,
The other thing is
you
understanding
know, the
any other
ADA
like liabilities.
comes in there,
or
the,
any
you know, the beard,
calls.
he can do it too.
But if I recall correctly, the
So
program
let them
allows
know,
you to
hey,
stay longer.
and then they
You're
pass it
paying
on
into
up
the
to
pension
whoever they pass it
program,
on up
You're
to.
paying into
But
a
it's like,
separate account that draws interest.
And that's matched, that's being matched.
like there are sometimes where people
Exactly.
get
So,
denied bond
depending on what
for
you
prelims,
choose or what they decide.
and what the judge says is like she did on Monday, if probation doesn't put a hold on him by July 12th,
See, but the downside of that is you
we
would
hear
have people
bonds.
staying longer than you
Because
want.
sometimes probation won't even put a hold, even though it's a
The other thing
probation
I heard that
violation,
they're talking about doing
or
is
they're on probation, if probation doesn't put a hold, they're like, man, they didn't act fast enough.
A lot of people retire a little bit earlier. Now, and
Same
they're
thing.
also, if they go to 25,
We've done everything we could.
they're not taking as much out of the pension now, right?
Correct.
Because they haven't stayed for the full 30 yet.
Correct. And there won't be any penalties. You're not going to be penalized. But for the younger mid-range officers, it's really an incentive for them to really want to stay. Because when they come home, the back end, and this is what we tried to. Were you in the LPO presentation when we presented it to Lumber? And he was like, City ain't gonna go for it.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that.
Okay, so Lumber had everything, but his attitude was, it's good. Yeah, he knew everything about it. The city ain't gonna go for it, and that was what he said. Everybody.
Well, the other thing is he was constantly battling the city and other
Until we
things.
leave.
So from a chief's perspective, he has to pick and choose his battles, right? And so it's like one of those things where the more stuff you're fighting with the city, because the other thing is from a strategic standpoint, if he asks for it and they give it to him, and it's not high on the priorities, then that's something they use against the chief, right? So you asked for 5 things, chief, we gave it to him.
Honestly.
Right? But he really wants like the top 3 items, and they gave him the bottom 2.
Yeah.
I need
That's the last thing. Then we got the recruitment incentives. We got the retention incentives, pay increases, everything else. That was a part of that flat package. So it's our 3. So now it was a battle with us on the pension board because.
Hey, how are you? This is David Neal. He's one of the ops managers.
All right.
Mr. Neal, Detective Mitchell.
Nice to meet you.
So,
Nice to meet you.
And we're waiting on one more person with res lines. And she's gonna be the person who has the key.
Okay. All right.
we know about how long it's gonna be?
She's on the list.
She should be like 5-10 minutes out.
Okay.
She's going to sale first to get the key and then she'll
Anybody had contact with the student at all?
no one's got me.
We didn't want to spook him or anything.
Okay.
So what we figured we'd do is we'll go up there and knock on the door. You guys take the lead, talk to him. If he's not there, then we'll call him and say, hey, we need you to come down here.
Okay. If she's on the way with the key, would it be possible if he went up there right now? Because if he's in there, we don't need a key. Then I can
We
talk
can
to
knock
him.
and see if he's there.
Yeah, okay. Ready? Yeah. Then if not, worst case, we wait.
Okay. Probably better that way.
Okay.
We're gonna end up on that side anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
I think the other thing though is the other thing is the targets. I think it's just depends on When I got hired back in the early 90s, I think they were scanning, they had like 30-some moves in the house, and they had like hundreds of $11 an hour.
It was, I came to like 100.
It's gonna be all the way at the end of the hallway.
Like you're either staying flat or you continue to.
Thank you.
Ah, of course, stairs.
Just one.
We don't even have to walk that far down the hallway, it should be right there.
All right.
So it should be in here.
Security. Security.
We're across the hall.
Want to give him a call, David?
Yeah. Technically, he already had his class for today.
Oh. Yeah, I think his last class let out at 1:30.
Scope is the laptop, right?
Hmm?
Scope is the laptop, right?
Yep. 13.3 inch. 500 something gigabyte. It should be room C.
Oh, shit, 'cause it's
Yeah,
for-
there's
Yeah,
four,
there's
there
gonna
should
be-
be 4 individual rooms inside the suite.
Okay.
It'll be a common area and then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are we just checking that one spot or?
Yep. We got the common area too, but
We'll start there and then we'll cover it, I guess.
best case scenario shows up and just produces it. We don't have to look through. We don't have to look
If
through
you
the
give an
stuff.
opportunity, he might.
Hi, Mr. Wong. Hi, this is Operations Manager David New with SCAD Campus Safety. How are you doing today? Doing fine. Are you in your room or are you out right now? Okay, we're gonna need you to head back to your room immediately. We want to go over some things with you. We have a discussion that we want to have with you, so just as soon as you're able, we'd like to be able to talk to you.
David, ask for an ETA.
Do you have an ETA when you're getting back here? $15 minutes? Okay, if you don't mind giving us a call once you finally arrive, we greatly appreciate that. Thank you.
We'll see who wins the race here.
Right. She's over at sales, so. This stuff gets me nervous. I don't know why.
I mean,
But my heart
this
just shot up to 100.
these are the easier ones. I mean, just knock on the door. They've been here.
Any change of routines when I do that too, though?
We're here to look for a laptop. And I mean, your heart rate probably went up because
Either
he's nervous and he's.
most of these rooms are in better shape than a lot of places. They do search warrants.
Yeah.
My favorite was when I was on homicide. The mother had a 5-gallon bucket in her room that she used to pee in at night. And it was about 80% to 90% full.
That's the one patrol I had to help, I think it was robbery out with a warrant at one point in time. I go up, I go walk in that house, I'm like, guys, no. Bed bugs everywhere running around. I'm like, no.
Or fleas up in houses, that's too. And once they get on that uniform, you can't see them.
You gotta burn the uniform, you gotta burn the car, because they'll get everywhere in the car.
Makes sense.
You know, we had a subject that ran through the grass and ditched a gun, and K9 showed up and like looked down the grass and like, we can see the fleas from here. Like, can you guys go take a look for the gun without the dog? He's like, I can't smell the gun. I was like, yeah, but if I put my dog in the grass, it's gonna get fleas. I was like, has the department first report injury for your dog? I guess. Like, I was like, I can't smell a gun.
My wife
had a call out in Bullitt County where they extracted a patient from a house. Nobody told her about the bed bugs that were in there. She noticed the bed bugs in the ambulance afterwards. Her uniform was now covered with it by the time they got to the hospital. Set out a fresh new uniform for her in the driveway. She came home, got dressed out in the laundry room, immediately tossed the old uniform in our burn barrel.
Yeah, you don't want to get those things inside your house.
Some reason.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing? Well,
Yes, hi.
how you doing?
I'm Detective Mitchell with the Savannah Police Department. All right, so what we have here is we have a search warrant right now to go in your room, and we're looking for a laptop, an Apple laptop. Before we go in there, would you be able to tell us where it is so it takes us a little bit less time to get in there? You know which one I'm talking about? Okay, all right. So what these officers are going to do is they're going to go in and actually get it. I'll hang out with you here in the hallway, but we do need to get in. So can you hand Mr. Neal whatever key card you have to get in?
Yeah.
Wait, you want to,
You guys want to do it? All right, so I'll just kind of be brief with you. All right. So the laptop that was missing from the gym. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I took it from the locker.
Okay. Do you remember which locker?
Which room is yours, sir?
Far left.
Far left? Thank you so much. Far left.
the one that's open right here?
Yeah.
You got it?
I am.
Okay. That's it. I need Mitchell. Look at the see if you can see a serial number.
I got the picture of the serial number. All right, so now would be a good time. What plans did you have for the laptop?
I don't know. I just saw it, so I thought I could do something with it.
Okay. Have you tried to? Like, is it locked out?
I've reset it. Yeah.
Okay, you reset it. Okay. Have you been using it? Like, so none of your work is saved on it or nothing like that? Okay. All right. This is a Dell
You should be able to point out it.
MacBook Pro.
What's that underneath there?
HP.
You sure that's not it? That might be it.
This is not it.
Okay. Yeah, that's the it. Sorry.
I'll handle all the touching of the stuff.
Okay.
If you want to just direct me.
Yeah, if you want to just tell us where exactly. Liz, look underneath that.
Bro, this is his work. He is insanely skilled. Dear Lord God. Yeah, it would. It'd be expensive though. That's like a $3,000 one right there. We'll take the laptop. You're going to be left with a copy of the search warrant and a copy of the inventory of what we took. I'll have a conversation with the owner of the laptop, and then we're going to kind of go from there. Okay, so it's going to be up to him how we proceed. But I can let you know that I appreciate you at least telling us where it is, so we didn't have to go through there and dig through stuff. We've kind of come this far, so.
Where exactly is the laptop?
Drawer.
The drawer, which drawer? What column? If you want me to find that.
You point it out, that's fine.
Just point it out. Hey, Rachel.
Right. Corner. There we go.
So just hold on one second. Yeah.
Okay, that's not a problem. We'll find it then. Just go ahead and step back out with it. You can hang out in here. Is that your partner?
Yeah.
Go ahead, step over here.
That, Mr. Wong, you can hang out right here.
You can hang out right here.
So, essentially, the search warrant with, you're, like I said, you're gonna be left with a copy. That's for this suite, this room, right, that belonging to you. If, is there anybody else that lives in here with you, or is it just you? Okay. Okay. Do you use any of the other rooms? Okay. All right. Did anybody else know about the laptop? Okay. So you didn't like try to sell it to anybody or anything like that? Okay.
That's it.
Confirm that serial for me. Mike Yankee
9, Romeo 9, Kilo.
X-ray 403.
403, yep, that's it.
Okay.
Did it have a case with it? He said,
This is located in the top left dresser drawer underneath the bed. Yeah.
I will let you know that had you tried to sell it, it is in our database as stolen, so it would have come up as stolen. And like that I don't know how long it would have taken, but eventually we would have traced it back to you. Just happens, so right now is a little bit easier because they were able to use card swipes and see when it left and when it ended up here. Okay.
Just step out real quick. I just want to get an overall picture. Was there supposed to be a case or a board with this?
There was a case with it. Yeah.
Where do you know where the case is?
I forgot.
Okay. All right. Not in here. It's somewhere else. Somewhere. Okay.
That was it.
Okay.
On its own.
Okay. All right. Just let's verify you verify the serial number?
We did.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and write it down, and then we'll take a picture of the inventory sheet.
You just want separate MacBook. 13.3 inch.
Yeah, and then just the serial number. And
You gonna write it underneath it? There's no space.
that's fine. Yeah, you can write it underneath it. Yeah, I'll read it off to you. It was the same one, right? MY 9R9 KX 403.
And there's a 15 and 512 gigabyte.
Yeah, that's fine. What you got written down right now is just fine.
Okay.
And then you just take a picture of it. That's fine. Because it's just the inventory we're leaving with them.
Okay.
So I'll do the rest on my copy. Oh, here, I'll take a picture of it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'll show you. So that way you don't think I was making this up. All right. So this is the search warrant right here. So the address here, room C. All right, and then exactly what I was looking for right there. Okay. All right. So this is your copy, and then there's an inventory sheet with what we took. All right. So you can see that's all we're taking. Didn't take anything else from them, right? If you guys want, head out in the hallway. I'll speak with him for a second, and then we'll roll. Okay. You have any questions? I've been as upfront as possible with you.
Sorry?
I've been as upfront as possible with you. I'm not going to hide anything from you. If there's something that I know I can tell you, I will. If it's information I don't know, it's something I don't know.
Can we start that way? Right quick.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah. Okay. How bad can this get?
Well, with the price of a laptop, if the owner wants to press charges, it's a felony amount. So that would result in a felony charge.
Which would be how much?
I mean, as far as court goes, I don't know.
He's a really good artist, though. He's a really good artist, though. I saw a sketchbook in there.
You can see some of the artwork that some of these kids do.
That's insane.
The creativity is off the charts.
Franklin and I were sitting there looking at that and be like, that'd be an expensive tattoo.
I can do stick figures.
I can't even do that.
Bad ones at that.
That kid's incredible.
When he had his podcast, I guess all that stuff was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the camera.
Original masterpieces.
But it's just price of laptop. I mean, Georgia State Code is $1,500. It's a felony. Anything less, it's a misdemeanor. So it's just what he paid for it, and then it kind of goes from there. But like I said, it's at this point, it's up to the owner if they still want to press charges. We've secured the laptop, so I mean, I like that. That's the kind of the unknown here. I will let you know everything I can, and I will keep you aware. I won't keep you in the dark. I'm not going to leave you guessing.
How would you be contacting me?
I can do phone. You got a phone number?
Yeah, 912.
Yeah.
Damage or cracks or nothing.
So
Yeah.
this guy shows up on the shooting from a home. We were looking for this guy from a home invasion from a couple of months ago.
Home invasion, multiple burglaries, and felony probation violation because he was on the run since a week before that.
And it was so funny that now
I was in camera.
they poke fun at us because now property crime is doing SWAT hits. So one of the houses we hit was from this guy right here. They broke
The
their.
nice thing about using SWAT is you don't have to worry about knocking on the door or anything. You let them do the entry, hold the house, and you go in a circuit, right?
Yep.
And you gotta watch it too.
Yep. Wait right here.
I'm also on a I'm on an international student visa. Do you know if that affects that?
I probably won't call an international number.
I have an international student visa. I don't know if a criminal charge would affect that, is my question.
I don't know either. That would be a question for SCAD, and if you would like to talk with them after this, that's fine. I won't be present for it. If you'd like to talk with them, so that way.
What's your name?
Detective Aaron Mitchell. That's right here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So my information's right there. Okay. Like I said, I'll be as upfront with you as possible. Okay. We knew it was here. We're coming to get it. I'm not trying to hide anything from you.
And how did you know, if I may ask?
It's still pinging its location. So we were able to determine that it was still here, it stayed here, and then your card swipes from going into the gym, leaving the gym, and then showing up here. That's how we were able to get it, okay? All right. Like I said, if you want to talk to SCAD after this, I'll let them know that you guys can have a conversation and they can probably talk to you more about that. As far as anything further with court, I got to talk to the owner and see what he wants to do, okay? All right. If you do have any questions, like I say, I'll leave you one of my cards, okay? Easiest thing to do would be to reach out to me, email. because I don't know when I'm in the office and when I'm not in the office, but I generally respond pretty quick to emails. Okay, so you got that. And then, like I said, any questions I can answer, I will. If I'm not going to hide anything from you, I'll be completely honest with you. And, yeah, and like I said, SCAD might be able to kind of tell you whatever else you guys need to talk about, and they might be able to answer some other questions better, okay? All right.
We even had a CRO come join us because we thought, because he stole like 10 guns or whatever, and she was there to,
$22,000 in firearms.
yeah, ex-Ranger guy.
From a house?
Mm-hmm. Ex-Ranger guy.
Custom built each one because he's a semi-professional target shooter since he got out of the military on his free time from working at the
You can't have
hospital.
those kinds of guns, you need a gun safe.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. He was actually going out that day to buy one. His paycheck had just come in. He's like, I've been window shopping. I was going to go out and get one today. And I have never seen houses so thoroughly tossed.
So back in late 90s, we had it was basically a robbery takeover of a pawn shop off of White Bluff Road. They stole over 100 guns.
Big Tom's?
I can't remember the name of it.
Huh.
I just know I was in robbery.
Okay.
We didn't eat or sleep for like 3 days because we were trying to find those guns. And eventually, usually what happens with big gun thefts is patrol picks somebody up with one of them. And the ATF gets involved and they put them in the box. And when the ATF agent says, this is from a big theft, they usually confess. So where they get it from?
But yeah, can you guys talk to them?
So you're going to talk with the victim?
Yeah, I'll talk to them again.
If you just do me a favor, keep me in the loop in terms of decision making, and I appreciate you guys doing this.
Yeah.
Moving on it.
That'll be on the private room, and he reset it, so I don't know what the victim's going to be able to get off.
Yeah, I know the victim had to drop a class because he didn't have a laptop. So I would ask him about that and ask him if he was out any money.
Okay. Yeah.
Besides the laptop, I'm sure he probably had to buy another laptop as a replacement also.
Yeah. I do need him to give me his receipt from Ex Libris, because what the store has it up there for right now is a misdemeanor amount. So I need him to.
Yeah, and then the other thing you might mention to him is like if you bought it using a credit card,
Yes.
they might not have the receipt.
Yeah.
He'll have the credit card history.
Yeah, and he said he's going to look for it. If not, I'm sure Ex Libris would still have records back. I mean, it's September of last year.
So we actually contract with a company called Follet.
Okay.
And I know the manager. I can always go in there and talk to them and see what the problem is. Retail doesn't necessarily track this.
Right, and I know if you got a protection plan, that would probably
That's
do it.
true too.
That would probably do it by itself.
You're right.
And with taxes, so everything I looked at was before tax. So I was like, and then if you look on Amazon, it goes up or down. So I just did the best I could, but I'll need something from him. I told him, I was honest with him, it's going to be completely dependent upon the victim, what happens next, and I will let you know if anything, if charges come. It'll be.
Yeah, I got to find out too because I think when I look in Banner, his home address is in Great Britain.
Yeah, he said he's got an international student visa.
Well, that's going to impact a felony arrest.
He asked that.
His student visa.
He asked that, and I said, I don't know, but that they probably would know better. So. I appreciate it.
Yep, anytime. Yeah, if you do end up charging, let me know because I can let ISSO know.
Okay.
That's the international student group.
All right.
Y'all take care.
Yes.
Good seeing you again, sir.
Video.
You ain't Mr. Samson Wong, are you? Appreciate it. You work the desk in there?
No. Do I work the desk in there?
Yeah.
There are people that are in there, though.
Some dude's supposed to be turning himself in. I just don't know where he's at here.
Oh, there's like an Asian guy in there.
Even, I think he is.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's last name Wong. I'll go with it. Hello, how are you? You Mr. Wong? Mr. Wong, let's come on out here. Thank you. We go right ahead of my car. Nice. Let's go right over here. Do you know what your warrant's for?
Misdemeanor.
Oh, you won't be in that long. Okay. But you don't know what for then? Theft, okay. You got an ID on you by chance?
I've got a passport and speeding, whichever works best.
Your last name Wong?
Yeah.
And your birthday is?
24. Yeah.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to give this back to you. Hang on to it because you don't want to lose that, okay? I do got to put you in handcuffs. Being that you said it's a misdemeanor theft, I doubt you'll be in jail long, okay? I can't guarantee it, but you don't have anything poke me, stick me, anything like that?
A what, though?
Knives or needles?
No.
Okay. I know it'll be uncomfortable for a few minutes. So this sounds crazy and I'm putting you in cuffs and we're already at the jail. I get that.
Yeah.
Where this is going to go is I actually have to put you in the car. We got to go to another building. I have to physically get the copy of the warrant.
Okay.
I'll bring you right back.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back here in my car. All the way around the other side. And then yeah, then we'll go in. This whole process will get started, okay? One second, I gotta go through your pockets here. Just a key. Spread your legs for me. Belt. There. All right, you ain't got no joint or anything stuck in your shoe. They're gonna check everything when we get to jail. All right. If I say that, it's not a big deal here. I'll totally work with you, but once you get into jail, it's not good. Just like Bill here. We're gonna go down around the corner on the same road down here, just to a different building. Get a copy and we'll be right back. $36 Bravo 1.
36 for one.
One agent male detained from the jail to the annex, 52865.
Precinct 2, I have an 8 in progress. 410 East Gaston Street, 410 East Gaston. Complaint about 3 subjects made entry into the residence.
If you need to call somebody or tell somebody anything before you go to jail, let me know. I'll get your phone out and let you make a phone call, okay? Do you plan on getting bonded out?
Yeah.
Okay, you already got that lined up?
I was going to pay with a credit card, but the bond on me.
I got you. Do you know how much your bond is?
I'm assuming I found enough money for it.
Good answer, all right.
Sorry?
I said, that's a good answer. I'll try to get you a number before I leave there, okay? I'll do it. I'll see what I can do. If I can even get in here. $36 Bravo 1.
36.
I'm at the annex to pick up this warrant for Mr. Wong, but I'm stuck at this gate here to get in the back.
Again, just ring the bell.
10-4, I did. Once I get the actual warrant, we go back to the jail. Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? I'm gonna make a mess out of it. Hand them over next time.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna end up a whole mess on it. 3-6 Bravo 1. Annex to the jail. 52867. When we get there, I gotta fill this out, and we'll go in. Once we get inside, I'm on their time frame. Then sometimes they go quick, sometimes they go slow.
33 Sierra 10.
How old are you?
25.
25. What state are you from?
I'm from England and Hong Kong. I'm an international student.
Okay, you don't have a driver's license here?
No.
Okay. Do you know your social by chance? Do you have one?
I don't have one yet.
Yeah, I didn't think so. And where'd you say you were born?
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Where are you currently living at here?
On 2424 Drayton Street.
2424 Drayton?
Yeah.
What's a good phone number for you?
912.
Mm-hmm. Hope this wasn't for some school experiment. Alright, I'll give you some copies of this stuff when we get in there. Before we go in there, you got any questions or do you need to make a phone call? I'll be nice. You've been totally cool about this and you're turning yourself in. You make a phone call, I'll let you.
Would you say $500 would be enough to get myself out? Usually.
You're probably, with $500, you're probably gonna, yes and no is the answer to that. Here, I'll speak to you in person to person. Yes and no is the answer to that, okay? No in the sense of, if you want to pay everything out of your own pocket, then the answer is no. If you go through a bail bondsman, they only require 10%. Because usually the bond on this is going to be, I think, probably $1,100.
I was under the impression I only paid a percentage of that myself.
If you go through a bail bondsman, yeah. So just, you'll want to call the bail bondsman. And they'll know a little more about it than I do. But if you go through a bail bondsman, then you only pay a percentage. Yeah, that must be how he explained it to you. And you might have to go through a bail bondsman. I don't know. You can step on. Give me 1 second, actually. Hold on. Good question. You have to go to the bail bondsman, but can you bail yourself out? Straight cash. You step on that. We're actually both going to learn something when we go in there because I don't know if you have to go through a bail bondsman or not. Walk around to this door right over here. And once we get in here, as far as going through these doors, everything else is up to them. Short of they'll ask me to put the cups in front of you and that kind of thing, but They're mostly gonna tell you what to do from here on out. You stand right there. But I think given just what you got here, I don't think you'll be in there terribly long. Just stand up against this wall to your left up there. There you can walk down here, just have it. Whenever they come out, she'll do a quick search on you, then we go in. Oh wow, she might actually be coming now. Last time I was out here for like 15 minutes. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's long. She's gonna ask you a bunch of questions here after he searches you and go through motions. What's going on, man?
I'm about to ban you from coming in.
Huh?
I'm about to ban you from coming in here and ship change.
I've done this for 13 years. I don't try.
Yeah, I know.
He's turned himself in for a misdemeanor warrant.
From y'all?
Yeah.
Is there a bond already attached?
I don't know what it is. I gotta find out what it is, but he should have bonded for.
So he should get bonds out today.
Yeah, that's actually, we had a couple questions about that. He did as well. He plans on bonding himself out because he's got money.
There's a he's got to call it cash bond.
I didn't know.
Online thing.
Do you have to go through a bail bondsman, or can you pay cash on your own stuff and get out?
Does he have the full amount? Because what is he sitting at right now?
Well, that's what, I don't know. I don't know exactly. It's a misdemeanor, so.
Does he have any cash on him?
Yeah.
He's got a debit card.
No.
The card he can do the online bonds. He has to call that place, but he
Okay.
can't go through a bondsman for himself with a card. He has to do the cash bond one, so he'd have to pay
Actually,
the full
he
amount.
can, but they will probably still charge us the whole amount.
Yeah.
He'll just need the card number and then he can go.
We'll make sure he gets it.
Cause yeah, he turned himself in for this misdemeanor theft of mislead, and he's planning on bailing himself out. He's an international student from SCAD, so I don't think he's got a lot of family here to help him out.
Yeah. I mean, he can call the bondsman and see what they say. I mean, they may have to make him pay whatever it is, the full amount. Like if it's 1,000, 1,300, he'd probably have to pay the 1,300, whatever it is. But
You got somebody that'll wire you more money?
yeah.
Okay. And he's born in Hong Kong, he ain't got no driver's license. Yeah, he's got a phone and it's causing it on.
He's on right here to the structure.
Cause he asked me that, and I said, well, you know, if you got the money, I don't know if you can bond yourself out or if you have to go through a bail bondsman.
So there's this, like I said, there's this number that says cash bonds. You have to go either online to cash bonds or there's a 1-800 number you gotta call.
Okay.
If not, call the bondsman and see what they say. Like I said, they may have to make you pay the whole amount. Like if they say, oh, it's 2,500, 2,850, you're gonna probably have to pay the 2,850. You probably have to pay the full.
So, can you give it his handcuffs in the front?
Does that kinda answer your question?
So either way, I'll not.
Either call a bondsman or you'll have to call that bonds, that cash bonds. 1-800 number that's on the bond. Okay. Because you can't, I mean, you can bond yourself out, but you can't just pay us, you have to pay an actual company.
Oh, see, I didn't know that either.
Because I'm not paying you.
Yeah.
You know, like if he pays us, we can't pay you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I didn't know there was
It's your
something
warrant.
set up though through the court, like where
Oh,
they
I-
went here through the court, like it was paid here but went to the court. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the other side. I don't worry about all them semantics. What size shoes do you think? Size shoes.
Again for me, date of birth, February 24, 98.
points for car accidents in the last 24 hours, any drugs or alcohol, but any thoughts upon yourself? What's that you say? 800%. You take any medicine on a daily basis? You ever gotten the tuberculosis skin test or the shot for it outside of the country?
Do you know if for a Savannah warrant, don't put the warrant number in there, or write sheriff's office in there?
It's not our warrant, you put the warrant number in.
Alright.
It's clear.
Thank you, ma'am. There we
Go,
go.
go. All right, Ms. Moses, have a good day. Wait, Ms. Noble came. Ms. Noble, what time you came today? What'd you say? What'd you say?
728.
Okay, thank you.
No, black and night.
I need somebody to come sign in on this GCLC because I'm logging off. Wrong section. I thought somebody called about this person.
They did. He came here and turned himself in.
Oh, he turned himself
I had to
in.
go to the annex to get our warrant for him to bring him back.
You
Oh,
gonna
I
serve him?
thought I was in the lobby.
Yeah.
You gonna serve him?
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, here's his copy right there.
Oh, okay. So you put his information in the system?
Yeah.
Huh?
I just hit save, yeah.
Okay.
Is that where it should pop up?
Yeah.
Bottom.
That's
Yeah,
the other
bottom
bottom.
one, pending.
Yeah.
Now, just so you know, he's been super cool. He's a SCAD student. He's international. He's got money to bail himself out, but he does not know the process at all. He's got a debit card on him. He plans on bailing himself out, he said. He just doesn't know what to do, what and where and anything.
If he got a debit card, he got to call the bond to come and give him his number. Cause if he pay here, he has to pay cash.
And he ain't got cash on him.
So he has to work something out with a bonding company where he can pay 10% with his card.
And then can you put the bond amount on here?
I was going to ask you, how much is that? How much is his bond amount? Because back in the day, years ago, there used to be a before
It
the
is
jail
booked down
changed.
there still.
Is it down there still?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go look at it then, because misdemeanor theft by theft of mislaid property.
Just like 1,000?
It is 1,000, yeah. But they supposed to take that book down there.
Yeah, just double check for me if you don't mind.
That's fine.
Make sure. Ain't nothing.
It used to be posted back in the day, like 10 years ago.
Oh, she's gone for the day.
It don't technically say theft of lost or misdemeanor.
Huh?
It says theft by taking.
If it's not on that list,
I'm
then
sorry,
it's
say
a
again?
1,000, that's what I thought.
So the
No, this is Pringle.
13.
Oh, yes. Oh, please do.
I
And
guess
some of
court
the
is still
potatoes.
TBA, isn't it? I don't know when the court's gonna meet yet. I don't know how long you're gonna stay here.
I know y'all going to a meeting.
That's just fine.
Yeah.
You gonna serve me, right?
Okay,
I mean,
thank
I'm
you.
gonna
Yeah,
put
but you already
these
took
paper
the
in his
walk down.
bag.
Probably like 5 minutes ago.
He knows what it is. Yeah. This is your official copy of the warrant, my friend.
No, I'm done. I mean,